Can they pick up a win to end out what has been a tough homestand? Hi, everybody. Welcome back to EA Sports. I'm James Cebulski. Both teams are lined up, and we are set to get things going. The Roadrunners take possession here on the opening draw, and we are underway. Kucherev's got it into offensive territory. Scores! And quick as a hiccup there on the board here in this one.
Well, that's a dream start, James, and it's one they were looking for. You want to come out, you want to get out front, and you want to dictate pace. On today's game, everything shuts down so quickly, ice closes so quickly, and he is left all alone to be able to walk into that clapper, and he tags it right past the goaltender.
And with that tally, that's the first goal under the new head coach, and they've been through a lot over the last little bit here.
Well, yeah, and he certainly wants to come and reset the temperature of this team, get rid of the bad habits, and continue on and create some expectations, so that one feels good.
Abbotsford's got it in their own zone. Picked up along the wall by Kucherev's. Gets a piece of it to make the save. Quick pass to Kucherev's. Scores! And they strike pay dirt once again.
Yeah, they do, and their opponents down on their heels are deflated. They got to find a way to continue with the pressure, be relentless, and try and get another one. Well, a real great job by the net front player here, looking back, seeing where the eyes of the goaltender are, and moving accordingly. But if you're the goaltender, you got to out-battle the net front player. You got to find a way to bob and weave and to stop that puck.
The Canucks have certainly come out with some jump here early in this one. Lots of shots, and they have the lead. Rogers' quick stick lands with the puck here at center. Taken along the wall by Kucherev's. Rips a howitzer from the point! Played big in the moment there. The Canucks gain possession along the wall. Handles the puck at the point. Makes the save on the stopper. Taken by Walker. They gain the line. Oh, stopped with the pad by Patera. Tries to feed it over to Amon. They've got numbers. Moves it around along the half wall. Quick pass across to Baines. Loses the coverage there. Oh, my. Abbotsford's moving it along the wing. The Canucks pick up steam and are on the attack. Shot! And that goes off course off a body. Tucson's got the puck along the wall. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Cut into the front of the net. The Canucks will play it in their own end. Rips it along the wall. Big time save on a big time shot. The Canucks gain control of the puck. Takes the feed at the back end. What a stop! And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. A reminder, the team store always accessible to you online, 24/7, 365 online. But don't forget, you can also visit their location in person at the arena, open 7 days a week. Check it out, some very cool stuff to get your hands on these days. Oh, some smooth skating to lose the defender there. The Roadrunners take possession of the neutral zone. Into the attacking end. And loses possession after a solid hit. Up along the wall on the right side and into the attacking area. Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
He's got a step. Oh, he denies him on the play.
And this is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that save.
And they got caught up in traffic and hits a stick. Slides it back to the blue line. It goes right up the post.
The Canucks get some emotion from the bench as they look to extend their lead and hit the post now. Everyone thought it might have
And here's a pass to Pavelski. The Roadrunners take it along the wall. From point blank. Dying seconds, and he makes the save. All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more as this is going to be a fun one.
The games you want by purchasing one of our 6 game ticket packets today.
Both teams are back at center ice, and we are ready to get period number 2 underway. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. All right, Cheryl, let's get back to work here for a moment. We've already played a period in this one. What do you make of what you've seen?
The Roadrunners are trailing in this game simply because they haven't had the puck. They've been chasing it. They haven't found their legs. Listen, you have to play aggressive. You have to attack if you want to win the game.
Scores! That's 3 in a row!
Oh, it's so much easier when you're running in the game and your opponent is chasing, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I think he makes a really good read here, James. He anticipates the play well and gets himself square to the shooter, but unfortunately, this one hits him and he seems to be a little leaky because it finds its way to the back of the net.
The Canucks extend the lead to 3-0 here in the second.
There's a lot of game left to play here, and they open it wide up, James. 3-0, and there's a big difference when you have 2 or you have 3. Now you can take an exhale, breathe, and get going. This is going to be a tough one for their opponent. They're skiing downhill.
Grabbed along the boards by Jacek. The Canucks move it in. Quick shot! Face-off coming up as the puck goes up and over the glass. Abbotsford's been all over them here in this second period. Just look at the score, and they have dominated in the shot clock, too. Walker's won the draw inside his own end. Abbotsford's got the puck along the wall. Here's a short pass to Kudryavtsek. Makes the save, cool and calm under pressure. And that slides right out to center ice. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Puck picked up by Pedersen. Fires it on net and stops that big bomb. Oh, look out against the wall.
Well, and this is done perfectly, James. No stop sign here. You know, you're not doing it on the numbers. A nice clean hit, and everyone on the bench erupts with that one, knowing that not only do they gain the puck, but a message-sending hit along the wall.
Denied by the puck stopper.
Patera's done a good job making that save, especially because it's been a quiet night for him. It's been an offensive explosion in the other end, but when you're faced with a save, you have to make it. You don't want to open the door for your opponent.
Shuts him down. Gordon's going to hang on for a whistle.
Kostov's having himself a multiple-point game tonight, James, and it's almost as if he wants the puck. And yeah, there's a difference tonight. He's playing on his toes. He's calling for the puck. There's more communication. The body language is great. Everything he's doing is generating a vibe for his team and his line mates. He's been outstanding.
The Canucks have been on fire offensively tonight, and they lead for good reason here in the second. And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. The Roadrunners have a hold of it in the defensive zone. Into the offensive end now. Gets the puck in deep. The Canucks gain control of the puck against the wall. Down the left wing, across into the offensive end. The Canucks looking against the half wall. And he takes the feed. And it doesn't reach the net because it goes off a stick. Quick feed to McGregor. Dished on over to Pavelski. The Canucks get a hold of the puck in their own end. gaining momentum along the wing. Rips it and rips it! Scores! And they do it again and again and again!
Now the coaches will be preaching, listen, have no mercy, continue the pounding, continue the beating, because they are on a roll. What a play, great hand-eye coordination to be able to time that and tap it down.
Abbotsford's been just crushing it in the offensive zone, but it starts in the defensive end too, Cheryl.
Yeah, as a former defender, I'd say it always starts there. I mean, it's got to be 200 feet in a complete game, and when you look down this lineup and you look on the ice, it starts right from the goaltender and works its way all through the offensive zone.
Tucson's got a hold of the puck now. Picked up along the boards by Barron. And he takes the pass. Oh, look at this. The Roadrunner's going to work on offense. And that shot dies in traffic. Nice zone entry from the left. Takes a shot. Standing tall with the save.
Yamamoto's been showing signs of frustration, just on a pointless streak right now. And as a player, you really want to feel like you contribute. You can do lots of things well, but when you don't get on the score sheet, you don't feel like you're doing much.
The Canucks win it. Hammers it on net. And that shot gets caught in traffic. Well, there you go. We played 40 minutes. Final chance for the coaches to push their messages home, and we'll see the third period coming up in just a matter of moments.
Fans, great tickets are still available to our next home game. Please visit the box office and get them while they last.
Welcome back, everybody. You know you weren't going to miss this third period. Sabalski, Pounder ready to bring you the action. Third period underway here. This has been a total squash to this point. Well, 2 periods down. Here we go with the third period. Cheryl, your assessment so far?
The Roadrunners haven't managed the puck at all through 2 periods of play, James. It's a reason that they're trailing in this game. Listen, they're on their heels. They've got to find a way to puck possess and generate some offense.
Tucson's gained possession along the boards. Steps into the offensive end. Here's a chance. And punches that away with the blocker. The Roadrunners scoop it up along the boards. Tucson's got control of it now here in the offensive end. Puck grab by Yasser.
Walker's made an incredible play there, James. He stumbles in front of the net, but finds the puck and could have lost it, but manages to stay with it enough to get a shot off.
Oh, he kicked it out with the pad off that deflection. And he sidesteps the check there. Here's a shot. Turns it aside with the glove. Ratu's lugging the puck. Through the neutral zone, up along the wing. Fires it. Turned aside with the glove by Thornton. Nice bank pass off the boards. Good, solid check, and he loses control of it. Patera's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Abbotsford's been way more active here tonight on the ice, and they have certainly capitalized on their opportunities and continue to lead in the third. Oman's gained possession, and his great work inside the face-off circle pays off again. Tucson's got a hold of it against the wall. Here they come up along the wing. That's intercepted. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing. The Canucks finally return home on the schedule and get a little home cooking and hopefully some home fans behind them. Looking forward to that one. Past the halfway mark of this period, it's been demolition derby night. 4-0 is where we sit. And he stopped that one. Chance in front, and they score!
Now, I really like the effort areas in this game, James. You know, they didn't get frustrated, but they have found a way to break through in this game. You gotta figure, you gotta hope that maybe they can shell one back to you're in good defensive posture, and then you read the play, but have a good active stick to be able to intercept and get a tally. That's a remarkable play.
Tucson's fan base watching, streaming, taking this one in wherever, probably wondering, where was this earlier?
Yeah, it's frustrating for an athlete when you know what you can play like, you know what your team can play like, you just don't perform. But late in the game here, they need goals. They need a pile of them if they even want to have an opportunity to get their tender out of the net.
Odd man rush. Takes the shot. Oh, tried to put it in on the corner and just missed that one.
Well, hockey is a game of inches, and a great shot just misses.
Grabs the puck. Abbotsford's looking to break out. From along the walls, they're gaining momentum. Grabbed along the board by Stillman. Quick pass to McGregor. Shot! Stones him with the blocker. Slides the puck to Wu. Shot! Stops him cold. There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up. Abbotsford's had a lot of success tonight on their scoring chances, and look at the result here late in this third period. Tucson's got a hold of the puck. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. Under a minute to go here in regulation time. Scooped up along the wall by Rolenin. Shot! Oh, makes the save! That was a rocket! Just here in the late stages of this frame, Abbotsford's got a little more jump in their step tonight. They lead it 4-1. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. Inside the offensive end now down the left. The Canucks have it against the wall. Abbotsford's got it in their own zone. The Canucks are on the attack. Tucson's in transition. Shakes off the coverage. Denied by the glove as the puck hops along. Abbotsford's got it in their own zone. Puts it on net. And too much traffic in front blocks that one. Thornton's opted to hang on to the puck for a face-off. The Canucks are looking to close things out. They have been dominant all night long, and they continue to lead late in the third. Rogers won the draw, and they're on the attack. Denies him with the save. We're going to face off after the puck stays covered up. The centermen glide into position. The Roadrunners come up with the defensive zone draw. That's all she wrote from this one tonight. And the losing continues. And, you know, partner, you watch this team, you can just sense they lack confidence right now as a unit.
Well, I mean, it's easy to lack confidence when you're not winning games and you just keep feeling like you're getting pressed down further and further, and they're going to have to find a way to climb the mountain, if you will, James. And it's going to start one shift at a time. I know it's kind of cliche, but they got to get back to the drawing board, back to the video room, and try and reset.
Well, that puts a bow on the night here this evening from all of us here at EA Sports. I'm James Samalski. See ya.